All right, let's do an animation of a caterpillar now, no more. Q-Boy, actually, he's still here in our memory. Sadly, he's missing his legs and arms, which is not good at all. I don't know what happened. All right, so let's get this out of the way before we start crying and reminiscing about your boy and his shift. Hey, we're going to add in a mesh hue sphere. And then with this, we're just going to click shade smooth. Next, what I want to do is go ahead and go the modifiers tab. We're going to add an array modifier. Now the array modifier basically duplicates or mesh in an array fashion and duplicates it along a certain axis. You have the number of counts right here. So you could have as many UVs, spheres, and balls as you want. And the cool thing about this is check it out. You hit tab to go into edit mode, and anything you do to the original sphere will do it to the other ones as well. Now you have the x-axis right here, the y-axis right here, and the z-axis right there. I'm going to hit controls to undo all that. And on the x-axis, let's bring it down a little bit.
So that's like that.
And increase the count to let's go for 10. All right. The last thing I want to do is go ahead, and I want to actually make it go a little bit smaller as it goes down the trail. So shift away. We're going to add in an empty, and with this empty on the modifier, again, you can see we have an object offset. If we select object offset and then select our empty, we then select our empty and check this out. If we scale it down or up, it offsets it like that. And we could even hit her to rotate, so you can have some kind of scorpion tail or something. RC rotate it that way, or R twice to rotate it arbitrarily, get some DNA strands or something like that. Pretty cool. So again, you could do some crazy types of animations. In my other course, we do some array animations like this. Super fun to do. This was actually one of the first kinds of animations I did with arrays and just crazy shapes like that. For now, I'm just going to SE to scale and hold down Shift to scale it in increments to something like that. All right, sweet. And that's pretty much it. Now all we have to do is hit Shift A. We're going to add in a curve, and we're going to add in a path right here. Now the path, make sure that's added in the exact same place as where you added your UV sphere. So the two origins of these two objects, this and the path, have to be in the same spot. And I had 7 to go into top of. You could see if we had tab to go into edit mode of the path. The path has arrows going this way, and it also has segments or handles right here or points. Now, we obviously wanted to go that way, so let's go in object mode and a 180, and now it will be going that way. Then select one of the vertices here, and we could grab it out, and E to extrude, and just create a path where you want your caterpillar to follow along. Sweet. So now selecting a caterpillar, we're going to go the Modifiers tab and select Curve. And if we select Curve under Object, basically the Curve modifier makes an object follow along or conform to a curve under Object. We're going to select NRP's path, and now if we go ahead and hit GX, you could see that it's following along the path. However, we have an issue right here where the array modifier is not following along. Now, one thing we could try is putting the curve path first. And if we do that, you could see it does a different effect, but it still doesn't work. So in this case, we actually need to apply the array modifier. So let's just make sure everything's good and then click apply on the array, and it will apply the array modifier. Now, if we had Gen X, you could see our caterpillar follows along nicely on the path. So in some cases, you do need to apply the array modifier. Otherwise, it will not work at sweet. Look at that. We have our caterpillar following along our path right there. Let's go ahead and add in some eyes for this guy because, honestly, it looks a little creepy. Why is it that all our characters look a little creepy at first? But I'm sure he's going to look cute any second. All right, shift at mesh. Use Sphere a 180 to rotate it, right-click shade smooth, and then S to scale it down, and boom, throw that into the face. Then hit Control 3 to go into side view, and just position this right around there. Shifty, I duplicated to there, and then we're going to give him some kind of little nose. So Shifty, bring that here and then, and then hit XI and scale it up like that. Look at that. He already looks cute, just like both of the eyes and head X. Bring it more into the head. Now what we want to do is go ahead, and we want to join all of these to the head and make it the same object. So to do that, it's quite simple. As you could see, all these spheres are one object now. But if we select these are different objects. We're going to shift select all three of these shifts, select the body. And by hitting Control J, you basically merge your objects to the other one. Now you can see it's all gone crazy, and that the eyes of the caterpillar have gone inside the body. But it's quite easy to fix. All we have to do is go ahead and go into wireframe mode. If we select one of each of these eyes or nose vertices and hit Control, well, it will select the linked. And then in front of you, we're going to hit GX and bring it out on the X-axis like so, and then go back into solid view. And now we can see we have our little caterpillar guy. And again, if we had X, it goes. Animates along there. All right, so in the next video, we will see how to make the terrain for our caterpillar. It's going to be fun. Let's save this. We're going to get a file, save as, and we're going to create a new folder. I'm going to name this 17-second character modeling. And I'm going to name this Animation 1. All right, I'll see you in the next video chat for now. Au revoir.